Happy Friday, everyone. It's Wilson, and I'm creating a quick video on what is short squeeze and how to profit off them when you're stock trading. You can follow me on Twitter at iswilson8. So, short squeezing 101. Short squeeze basically means that there are no more sellers left to sell. So, in the stock market, there's always people buying shares and selling shares. There's always an exchange. There's some people buying and selling. A lot of sellers, what they do is that they will short a stock and the price will drop like crazy, which causes a pullback or an extreme downward trend. And that's where you can actually get in as a trader, as a buyer, and buy the uptrend for a quick short squeeze, which is exactly why it's called short squeezing. This usually happens very rapidly, especially with stocks that have low float and high volume, and you will see it go up just rapidly with like maybe even a 20 cent, 30 cent, depending on the value of the stock change rapidly. So this is a really great way to buy in at the very bottom for a quick squeeze onto a quick profit upwards. Short squeeze bounces can be just extremely fast and furious, exactly like I mentioned. Easiest way to play a short squeeze and profit from it is when you want to see a rapid pullback, which I'll show you in the next slide. But a rapid pullback and when the market opens or when there's a lot of volume and momentum going up and down. But as soon as you see that rapid pullback, you want to get in. And as it recovers back to the starting point of before where the short squeeze was, you will profit that range. Is like I said, generally very quick. You have to watch your charts and you just have to watch that moment happen. This generally happens with stocks that are about to either break out or there's a lot of momentum and very high volume on low flow stocks where the prices changes rapidly. Stock generally will bounce back to the support or their normal moving average after so many shorters or sellers kick in, because now what sellers have to do is that they're in this panic mode and they have to buy back the stock to cover, and that's when you can take advantage of it and jump in with the crowd to rise the stock up. Is a very powerful thing for day traders. So let's take a look at a quick example of an energy stock right here. Right here, as you can see, where this big downward trend and the V shape kind of form is where you want to do a short squeeze. So this is a very good opportunity for a short squeeze. Now, what this green line is on the bottom and the red line on top is the VWAP. And what that means is that this thing is creating the new resistance level for the stock, and this is a new support level. So as you can tell, all these sellers kick in and they're shorting the stock, so the price drops rapidly, and this happens very quickly within a few minutes. On the bottom right here, you see these bars are the volumes, and what it is that you see this darker volume means that sellers are selling the stock. The price is dropping. So as soon as that happens and it breaks this VWAP, because this is the new support, it goes below this, we know it's going to bounce back up. According to the trend, according to the indicators, it's going to bounce back up. Now, as soon as you get to the very bottom and you see that all these buyers are coming back in, that means sellers are either covering and there's people jumping in the loop, like you as a trader taking advantage of this short squeeze. Now, right here, if you got in right here at around, what is this, like $62, this and and let's say you get all the way up to here, or even just right here at around $70, you would have been able to profit $8 per share for however position size you get in. So imagine if you got in at, let's just say, 100 shares, which isn't that bad. 100 shares, $8 profit, that's $800, right? So as that goes, momentum goes, and then everything goes back to normal, and you see the consolidation, and then potentially another short squeeze right here. So this is a very good example. It causes a V shape. So let's take a look at a little bit more advanced and clumsy type of chart. So I love these type of W-shaped charts, double bottoms. I made another video on it. You can check it out on how to trade these type of stocks. I love trading these stocks. But again, these three lines right here, these squiggly lines are the VWAP, and this is the trend line. So you see that it's trending downwards, but this is a breakout right here. So it creates actually multiple shorting opportunities. But basically, you see that sellers right here, they're shorting, and then it goes for some consolidations. There's buyers, there's sellers, and then they're shorting again, and then here comes the upward trend. Now, as soon as this thing breaks the VWAP, this is an opportunity saying that, hey, it might eventually go for the breakout. And it's still a downward trend. People shorting, 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 shorting. And then right here, if you can get in for a short squeeze right here, all the way up, you will just profit a bunch, right? It ended up at around 66, and you could have got in around here at around 64 or even lower at 63. Now, for me personally, I wouldn't have bought in anywhere down here because even though I see it going up and this potentially can be a breakout, it can also go back down and continue consolidating. So for me, I like to see that it breaks this red candlestick right here, which is the VWAP. So as soon as this new resistance lines, as soon as I see that it breaks up here, maybe even right here, right above it, and I see that it's still green, because usually it's green or red, green meaning that it will go up. As soon as I see that it's still green at 64, I'll buy in right here, and I will just ride the trend upwards. And then if I see that it starts to drop below, I'll set my stop loss, and I'll just let it go from there. And then if it continues to go up for the breakout, then I'll buy back in. So this is how you want to trade on an intraday, and this is how you identify short squeezes. So usually on these major pullbacks, as it goes down, you want to buy at the dip and go for that short opportunity. Now, this doesn't always happen to the point where it continues breaking out, but it will go back to the resistance line right here, and usually it can either consolidate and then continue to go up for the breakout, or it can go downwards. So, but if I see these candle bars keep going up, I might as well ride the trend and then set a new stop loss to clock in my profits. So how do you identify an entry point for a short squeeze? Well, easiest way to play a short squeeze is that you want to see that rapid pullback, as I showed you in the two examples. As soon as you see those pullbacks and you know the stock is trading momentum, it's going to go back to normal. So you want to cash that low point and get in. I love short squeezing on high volume stocks. I look for patterns like the double bottom, as I mentioned and showed you an example of, because it means that it's going to go back up and potentially consolidate for another breakout. I like to trade higher lows, so that's why I love trading reds. Not a lot of people have the same strategy. Do whatever works for you, but that's what I'm comfortable with, and that's what I profit from. So intraday flags or downward trends, line breaks, short-term moving, averages flattening out, all these are really good signs of a potential short squeeze opportunity right there. And as you can see that there was massive profit potential right there. So if you want to learn more about like double down and double tops, I actually made another video you can check out through my channel where I explain how to play both of those situations and how to look for trends, especially when you're swing trading or even doing intraday trading. You want to be able to identify these trends and look for opportunities for that quick win. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you're watching. I'll be posting another video soon about my weekly results and how I performed this week in my trading. You can always follow me for more stock trading call outs and alerts at iswilson8 on Twitter. Thank you for watching.